And welcome to the Big Brother 22 Roundtable Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Armstrong, and we are here today to talk about everything happening on the feeds and go over the stock watch and rate the players this week on their game. Welcome. Melissa is with me here. How you doing, Melissa?
I'm doing well. I'm glad to be back on the roundtable. I missed it last week, which was very sad. So I'm excited to be here to talk about it. I feel like there's a lot that's happened since then. So might be a long one.
It might be. Also with me is Brent. How you doing, Brent?
I'm doing great. You know, we often talk about the fact that Melissa and I are usually not on the weekend shows, so we don't get to have much of a say often until Tuesday, and that really holds true tonight because I know that both of us have opinions on what's been happening in the Big Brother house. Honey, I'm here to tell you.
Oh boy. Well, speaking of someone with opinions, Aman is our special guest this week to join us for the first portion of the podcast where we're going to talk about what's been happening on the feeds. Aman, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm okay. It's been rough. I'm still remaining as positive as I can. But yeah, I mean, like Brent said, a lot has happened, and I feel like there's just so much to talk about. And so I'm glad to have the opportunity to sort of like vent tonight.
That's what we do. Yes.
That's what the roundtable is all about, really. At least this season. Usually it's like Brent and I have other occasions to vent and just complain and talk and say everything we want to say. But this year this season, it's been a lot of we just spew everything out and then we get to the stock watch.
Yes.
Yeah. This is where I just let you guys like just rage for a while, and then I get to rate my players.
Yeah. Yeah, you like let us go run wild.
One for you, one for me. That's
exactly what it is.
All right. So we're here. We're gonna talk about what's been happening this week. It's been a week. It's been a week. We had Davon losing the HOH to Christmas by a hair. Christmas, our new HOH, who nominated Day and Bay, then also won the veto and chose not to use it. And it currently looks like Bailey is the one that will be going home, although I personally am not like 100% locked in that that's the case. But there's a lot to talk about from the week. In particular, the main story of the week, we saw these nominations happen, Bay and Day. Bay and Day compared notes with Danny and figured out, I wouldn't say figured out. I would say came to the incorrect conclusion that Tyler was playing both sides when in reality he was playing one side, and Tyler got outed, and then Tyler went to Bay and Day and told them that he was going to try to get himself nominated and evicted this week so that Bay could stay in the game or Day could stay in the game, whichever one of them he thought was going home at that moment. And that's where a lot of the drama came in with the veto, because he did pitch this to Christmas and the feeds were down for all of it. And by the time they came back, essentially, Christmas was not using the veto. She chose not to use it. Bay and Day remain on the block, and the internet has gone wild, Aman.
Yeah. Internet has gone wild, and for a lot of reasons. You know, the conversation between Bailey, Davon, and Tyler had a lot to do with Tyler wanting to leave the game, primarily because he was sort of done. I mean, you've spoken on the